All right, beautiful people, thank you so much for joining me. If you're already here, kindly hit the like button and subscribe to be part of this awesome family. Yes, family, it is all making sense. Emmanuel Macron made some crazy revelations that, you're going to watch a couple of videos from him and you understand that, I don't know what is motivating him, by the way, but it makes sense now to say that we now understand why the media houses has to carry out the message in regards to insecurity situation which happened in Mali on 25th of April, and how the media houses were projecting the whole thing. Macron is speaking in the same line. His message and everything is just in the same line. One of the things about these people is that they hate to take responsibility, but they are so quick in shifting blames, right? They don't want to accept that because of us, this and this and this, but they love to shift blame quickly and make it look like you are the problem, we are not the problem, right? Is it a coincidence? First of all, let's ask this question. Is it a coincidence, in your opinion, right? In your opinion, I'm asking question. Is it a coincidence that this France-Afrique summit, he was on an interview after the France-Afrique summit. He was on an interview and having one-on-one with some of the distinct. The conversation even got worse. He had some street interview also, and then things got worse over there also. He was trying to talk about how he's open to want to go back to the Sahel, and the leaders should consider another. You will go to that. But I want to ask, do you think, in your opinion, family, is it a coincidence that just before this particular meeting, this incident happened in Mali, which give Emmanuel Macron a solid ground? Because all the messages Emmanuel Macron is putting out there in respect to the Sahel, the foundation of the message is what happened in, Mali, 25th April. And this is something that's supposed to happen across the entire region, but, intelligence sharing wasn't did not favor the T group, and therefore they end up going into Mali and causing that chaos over there. Let's put that aside. Is it a coincidence? They know they are coming to talk about this. At the end of the day, they will make comment about the Sahel. So they did everything possible to make sure that something should happen within that range where they will have a solid base and foundation that when Macron is speaking and talking about the Sahel, he can be referring to that as a weak point to break through in making his statement or making his point. Let's listen to this before we move forward. If you are here, please hit the like button for me. Very necessary. Support us. Let's go.
I think of the Malian people and what they have been enduring for so many years. All the assaults by terrorist groups. Then decisions were made by the authors of the coup d'etat, who decided to ally with private and semi-public Russian militias, who preferred their own security over the fight against terrorism.
You hear that? You hear that? That first of all, sympathizing with the Malian people, that I feel the thing they have been enduring for how many years, whatever, for a long time, under this T group. And then the decision of the military leaders who have decided to align with Russian private military. He's talking about the African Corps. And according to him, these people, the African Corps, they are more concerned about their own security and safety than the security of the people. When France was there, was France concerned about their security and safety than the people? Or, he's trying to divert and make it look like we are better than them. That was the same thing. The narrative on the media is the same thing. Let's move forward. Let's not waste too much time.
France came in 2013. It was my predecessor, François Hollande, who made this decision at the request of President Keïta to prevent the partition of Mali and the advance of terrorist groups coming from the north. Our armies have been alongside Mali, but also Niger and Burkina Faso throughout all these years, and until 2020, and even a bit after, if we consider the periods of 2021, with a lot of courage and commitment under a clear mandate, which was at the request of sovereign states endorsed by the regional organization, which was ECOWAS.
So you can see that he's making it look like we did not come on our own. This is a blame shifting, right? We did not come on our own and fix ourselves, on the continent or in that region. It was requested by ECOWAS, by the leaders, and then, they requested us to come in and stop the spread of the T group and then the partition of Mali. So they came to save the situation at the request of the leaders. It's just about they'll force the problem and offer to assist you with the problem. They'll bring the problem on board, offer to now assist you with the solution. Then later turn that you are the one who called us in. It's just the same game, right?
And several dozen of our soldiers have fallen, and I think of them and their families. We were then, sorry to put it this way, met with ingratitude and a lot of false information, and I hold a lot against the leaders and all those who made these unacceptable remarks.
Macron is saying that he is holding a lot against the leaders about some of the remarks that they made, which is unacceptable. Is it by force for your troops to die on our land? Go. We want to die on our own land. You go. We don't want you to die on our soil. We can die here and protect our own land. Go. Is it a fight? Would you allow African troops to move from here, that they are coming to secure France over there? No. We say go. We can fight our own fight. That one too, it become a problem to you. Some of the remarks, what are the remarks he's talking about? That the one that the leader of Burkina Faso explained, and people, the soldiers on the field confirmed this, that it got to a point, the presence of France there was rather weakening the army. The army of Burkina Faso was under-resourced. The army of Burkina Faso cannot make decisions on its own. They were practically taking over the security of the country because they were able to manage this T group in the region. Their constant presence there have not yielded any results until 2022 when the leaders came and kicked them out. If you are getting the job done, why would they kick you out? That's the question we need to ask. Ibrahim Traore made it clear that it got to a point, our security personnel, there's not even gun to hold. They have, how do you call it? The security people, this stick. How do they call it? It's wood that they have been holding in their hands. No gun. And the worst part of the conversation is that you people, you claim that you are here to help us fight insecurity. If you request that we want to buy certain this and this weapons from you, we will not get it. Even if you have money, you say you can't give it to us. You can't sell it to us. But when we go on the field to meet the T group, they are handling this type of weapons, even more stronger than that. Where are they getting it from? Why can't you sell it to us? But they can get it from wherever they are getting it from. Or what is the statement that the leaders made, which Emmanuel Macron is saying that he is holding a lot against them? The one that we say, go, we will fight our own battle. It tells you that this man has so much bitterness. You are now understand what is going on in the Sahel. All of a sudden, you now understand. He is confessed, Let's move forward.
Nevertheless, now it is the Malian people who are suffering. It is this entire region that is suffering. And if you ask me to look back to the past, since 2017, we launched the G5 Sahel Alliance. And then this alliance, where we say there is security, development, and politics at the same time, it is about not having been, in fact, tougher, somewhat more demanding on this front, and not having insisted more strongly that the leaders quickly take over with administrative measures, development projects, and opportunities for empowerment everywhere the territory was reclaimed from the terrorists. Because in the end, it ended up appearing as a security guarantee that was provided to them.
Did Macron just say right now that...
God have mercy
Did
upon us.
Macron just say right now that the territory under their presence there when they were in Mali or in the Sahel region, the entire territory of the Sahel was reclaimed under them with their military? Their military was able to reclaim the entire territory. That is false if we compare it with news. Because I remember quite good when the leaders took over immediately, his media houses. This is something that we are not going to fight about. Let's go and check France 24, Monde Afrique, Jeune Afrique, Le Monde, TV5 Monde. Let's go and check it. RFI, very, very important. Well, let's go and check it. They begin to publish that military coup leaders have taken over the country. That is when the leaders came on board fresh. The moment they came on board, they were putting the figures that after they give you the detail that the leaders have taken over, they overthrew the government. Down the conversation, they always end by saying that 60% of the country is under the control of what? This T group. The term that you, France, were there, Did France forget that Burkina Faso, they always refer to Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger in the news as the most dangerous place on earth? Yes, the most unsecure place. Are they aware? Or they forgot quickly that they have been referring to this particular region as the most unsafe region, the region with so much, the worst terrorism activity. They have been referring to the region like that. If you have reclaimed all the territory, then why were we having all these things in the news? After the leaders took over, they have reclaimed more territory than you have been there. That is the fact. But still, your media houses are still pushing this narrative. At first, it was pushed to scare people from going to invest in the region, to maintain your presence there, to, eat as much as you want without anybody coming to show up. But now the narrative is now changed, not to push the same idea of scaring people away, but to project the leaders as not doing enough compared to what you did in that region. You see the difference? Same thing in different version. If Macron said that they have reclaimed all the territory, this is false. This cannot be true, because the media houses confirm that as at 2021, we can have report from all these media houses as at 2021, 2020, that 60% of the country was under the control of the T group. It is all over there. You can go and search it out. There's no report in the news. There's no report in the news that can confirm right now what Emmanuel Macron is saying, that they have reclaimed all the territory of the Sahel when they were present there. Let's move forward.
And so I think we should have had this demanding dialogue earlier, and perhaps in those cases reconsidered our military presence sooner. Nevertheless, what I see is that we have made a complete transformation over the last 4 years, and it is paying off. That is to say, we completely rethought the security and peace relationship with the African continent. We said everywhere that what was the legacy of the past, we are putting it back on the table. Same approach as for the currency. That is to say, basically, just because we have always been there with a military base with French soldiers doesn't mean it has to exist.
Do you believe that? Do you believe that we having the military bases over there, that doesn't mean it has to exist? Do you believe that? Do you think, France is thinking in that direction? If that is the case, then what is going on in the Sahel? With this T group and then the sponsorship and all that? Are we not aware of all these things? If you don't care about your military bases and then you want different thing, why can't you communicate it? But why are you fighting through different means?
So you tell us what you need. It's a partnership. You are the ones who think it through. These are your security requests that we respond to. And so we have completely rethought things. We have closed bases. We have reduced many others.
Somebody should let Emmanuel Macron know. I don't know why he's coding the speech this way. If Emmanuel Macron is telling us right now that they close the military bases because they are trying to rethink their military partnership with Africans, this is not correct. You did not close the bases. The people asked you to leave. Why are they not putting the right in here? Macron, France, you did not close your bases in Africa willingly. Show me only one base, military base of France in Africa, closed willingly. No. The bases were closed because the leaders are tired of the prolonged existence of France on their soil and nothing is happening. They sack you. They ask you to pack and go. Put the right in there. You did not deliberately close the military bases. Did France just wake up and say, oh yeah, the leaders of Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso, our bases, we don't want to use the bases here again, so we want to take it. We are going. No, they sack you. Let's move forward.
All the bases where we are there jointly. We have often renamed them with African names. We are together with African forces and from each country and the French forces. And then we have also created new partnerships with countries we weren't with before, which are partnerships to equip, to train, to support. And I believe it's much healthier. And this is also what allows the perception, particularly by the youth, to change. Because those large bases that existed were somewhat visible. And besides, that's what some used to say, claiming the French are here to recolonize you. You see, they have thousands of soldiers there. Or for others by saying they support the leaders in place, they have an old-fashioned agenda. Done.
So, according to him, because they close the bases and then rethink the relation with Africans in terms of security partnership, so that the youth, the mentality of the youth can change. Because when they see their troops on their land, some of them are like, France is coming to recolonize them and all that. They are done with that. That's what he's saying. They ask you to pack and go. You do not close it. Don't change the narrative. Now, the thing got a bit worse. Listen.
tense moments. There were some, for example, indecisive. They are linked to coup d'etat moments and very harsh words that were spoken against the French army. I couldn't let that go.
You see, he was still reminding, there's something in Macron's, and Macron is paying. You see, in the first video, he mentioned that the things that the leaders said about their army over there, it pained him. So he's holding a lot against them. Right now, again, he's repeating the same thing, that a lot of things have been said and he can't let that go. He can't let it go. Now you understand why these things are happening in the Sahel, right? Let's go.
Well, it's a transition, but
the people concerned, we are deeply attached to them, we love them.
I mean, honestly, it breaks my heart when I see all that we could do better for, and with Malians, the Burkinabés or the Nigerians, we've done so much with them in recent years. I hope their leaders will reopen and be on a path to the future, and we will be by their side in a very respectful way.
Nobody is reopening for you to come and be on their side, yeah? Nobody. I mean, according to him, he feel for the people. He loved the people. He loved the people. It got a bit worse, right? He got some motivation. The next video is coming. He got a bit worse. No, according to France wished to go back to the Sahel. That's what he's saying. That the leaders, he wished that they can reopen and then, they'll go back and then be by their side. Is it by force to be here? Is it by force? By force, have to be here. What is wrong? We are not fighting to be by you over there. Why are you? It tells you that Ibrahim Traoré is right when he said that these people cannot survive without Africa. Actually, we don't need them. They actually need us. That statement is true today, it will be true tomorrow, and it is true forever. Now, Emmanuel Macron says he's a positive Pan-African. Listen.
Why Nairobi? It's unusual to see you here for business.
Look, no, it's not unusual for me to be here. By the way, I was the first president to visit Kenya. It's true. It was in 2019, so this is a comeback, and I'm very happy to be here again. But I'm a strong believer in Africa, in the African continent, as a one continent. I'm used to say I'm a positive Pan-Africanist. I'm not a Pan-Africanist to say this thing doesn't work well or to spoil other situations. I'm a positive Pan-Africanist, like William Ruto. And I'm here first because I wanted to be in.
I love the fact that he clarified. I love the fact that he clarified. I mean, Emmanuel Macron, at least, this one has been very honest. He is truly a Pan-African like Ruto. Okay. He is truly a Pan-African like Ruto. We know who Ruto is. So if your Pan-Africanism is like Ruto, then he's saying the truth. You want to fool us. It's good. You are just confessing. You think we don't know who Ruto is? We know who Ruto is. He tricked us with Pan-African message and came on board and then you're doing different thing. So if you are a strong or in the first, there's other video also you say he's a true Pan-African. Right now also you say you're a positive Pan-African. So meet our new Pan-African chairman. But this one is a Pan-African like Ruto. Family, let's leave it here. But let us know what you think about this. I read comment a lot. Make sure you like, subscribe. See you in the next episode. Respect.